reality TV, is it worth it? Yes or no?
Yeah, 100%. Because for me, I wouldn't be doing any of the stuff that I'm doing now if I hadn't done reality TV, and I'd still probably be on a building site back home, like hating my life, feeling like by this time I probably would have managed to navigate another way out of that situation, because I have that confidence in myself and I always have. But it's definitely fast forwarded a lot of stuff for me, and it wasn't just the be all and end all. Do you know what I mean? Like, I got to that point where I did it and I thought I wanted to do it and I thought I'd enjoy the outcome, but then there's a lot of things I learned along the way about where I actually want to go and what I've learned. And yeah, it wasn't the like be all and end all, and it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it was definitely worth doing, because now I'm in this position.
What were the harsh lessons that came out the back end of it? Because I can imagine that you signed up with the plans of this is what my life's going to look like afterwards. And most people that come out of whatever show situation it is, it's not always as you'd expect, is it? There's downsides, there's things that might not go the way you'd hope. What were the fastest lessons?
Well, one of the big things for me was before, which I never used to talk about around the time that I was on the shows, because I did Too Hot to Handle first and then I went on to X on the Beach about a year later. I never talked about like drinking and drugs, and now I've been 2 years sober, coming up in September, 2 years clean from everything. And I'd managed to kind of like, before I went on to the show, technically when I filmed it, I still had a bit of a problem. And when I lived back in Plymouth, I was very much like every single weekend getting on it and doing stupid things and feeling guilty and not feeling like I'm achieving anything. And then I sorted myself out, and then we went into lockdown. So I was sober, went into lockdown sober, went on to the TV. Obviously the TV show come out, and then as soon as I moved back to London and things started to happen again, I started falling into bad habits. And I think it was like elevated from the fact that I had this new like attention and money, and I was in this new situation, this new environment, and I wanted to kind of like, I was trying to make the most of it in whatever way. And I fell into like old habits and then started becoming almost like worse than I was before. And then there's also the pressure of like that either coming out or me like losing what I'd gained from it. Do you know what I mean? So that was one of the biggest things is like dealing with it all. And then I think for a lot of people, after a certain amount of time, you can get very complacent with like this like quite fast money, attention, like free clubs. I could go out doing whatever I wanted. I was traveling, doing all this cool stuff. I could very easily have got like stuck in that and stayed there, but it wouldn't have lasted for very long. And it didn't really. But I was very lucky to like kind of find my own direction outside of that and find like sport and endurance sport and fitness in the kind of stuff that I'm doing on social media and trying to like help other people, inspire other people to do better with themselves. That was like my way out. And I think I could have easily just stayed doing what I was doing and probably be a bit fucked now. Do you know what I mean?